Hey everybody, it's just Beast. Welcome back to my channel. Have you ever wondered whatever happened to comedy? Whatever happened to the laughter? I remember back in the 80s, every Saturday, every single night, there was some kind of a comedy sitcom on. And it struck a chord with just about everybody I knew. You had everything from Family Matters to Full House to, you name it, to Roseanne Barr. And then you had the reruns of Happy Days and the reruns of MASH. But whatever happened to comedy? You had comedians that were fighting to get into the Apollo. They were fighting to get on the A-list. You had comedians that stood in line to be able to get into comedy nightclubs in New York City, so they could be able to catch that coveted prize of getting onto SNL. But whatever happened to what's going on? People got too offended. People got too sensitive. People didn't know how to grow a pair. All they focus on is a roast. But what's a roast? It's somebody picking on somebody else, but that's fine. But I want to hear the jokes. I want to hear the offensive jokes. I want to hear your corny jokes. I want to hear the jokes that just don't make sense. I want to hear a comedian screaming into a microphone like the words of Sam Kinison, or the outright offensive jokes by George Carlin. I think it was George Carlin. But then you had the Robin Williams, God rest his soul. But the thing is comedy is not there anymore. It's like comedy has gone underground. It's dug itself a hole and went into hiding. It's covered that hole with a stone and poured mud on it and then threw moss on top so nobody can find it. And now nobody knows where it is. You look on TV to go try to find something funny, something edgy, something ridiculous, and it's not there. You try and find a comedy club now, half of them are shut down. Actually, all of them that I know of have shut down. But where is it? Where are the writers? What happened? The only thing that I find close to any kind of comedy right now is everybody poking fun at Bud Light and Dylan Mulvey, or whatever his name is. I forgot his name. That's the closest that I've ever seen to edgy comedy. Holy Jesus, it's out there. It's waiting to explode. Its heartbeat is there. It just wants to go. And I think Bud Light is almost the closest thing to making it just jump out there in the open. But then you have another one that's Disney versus the state of Florida. I mean, that's a big one. I mean, Disney is the king of laughter. What happened with no more laughter? What happens when the laughter is gone? What happens when the laughter has been silenced? Then you have depression. You have people going against each other. You have people being divided. You have people that don't really care anymore. We need to do what we can to be able to bring comedy back into our lives. We need to do what we can to be able to bring comedy back into our futures. We need to do what we can to be able to teach and show our kids what funny really is. Yeah, our kids know how to be funny. There's thousands of comedians out there, and I've seen them on YouTube, but they're afraid to go up on stage because they're going to be canceled. We need to find and embrace comedy and encourage people to go and do more and bring comedy back into the world. Once we bring comedy back into the world, it starts becoming the thread of society. It'll stitch and heal wounds. It'll bring people together. Comedy's legacy has always been there, and it will live on. But until we can embrace it, it's going to stay in hiding. Until we allow it to happen, it won't exist. I mean, even Saturday Night Live has dumbed down its comedy so it doesn't offend anybody, so they don't get kicked off the air. Because if it's too bad, it's gone. If it's too offensive, nobody wants to watch it. The networks start canceling it, and it goes into the limelight. It disappears forever. So what can we do to be able to bring comedy back? We need to give them some laughter. We need to open our arms and let it come in. We need to be able to take it if they shoot it at us, not walk up to them and slap them. That's the whole purpose of it. If comedy stays silent, some of the greatest comedians out there right now are no longer comedians. Take a look at Jim Carrey, for example. He used to be one of the funniest guys you could even know, one of the funniest guys you could even watch. But yet somehow he has been silenced. Somehow his comedy has been kept quiet. Look at Chris Rock. Look at Kevin Nealon. Look at all these major comedians out there that won't go up on stage anymore. I just wanted to get my feelings out about comedy because we need to bring it back. That's the fabric of our society. Let me know what you think about comedy in the comment section. I just wanted to drop a short video and really get into express from the bottom of my heart